Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 2 of season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Last episode, our premiere episode of the season, had such a heartbreaking reveal with what was actually going on with Fitz and the fact that Simmons had to leave in order to both help and also cope with all of this fallout. It was such a heartbreaking episode. There was a lot of fun stuff going on within the episode, obviously, but that was such a big old hit to the heart right there, man. And I don't know what the journey is going to look like from this point forward, but ooh, that was so heavy right out of the gate, man. But let's go ahead and hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel and get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time codes for reaction the entire episode. The same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, and trying to make it worth your while since you're going to be a support channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. If you enjoy this reaction, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. With that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 2. Heavy is the head. Here we go.
It's not just N084, it's the first. And all Fury knew about was the trail of bodies that follows it.
Oh, I didn't notice that before. Just that little flicker of the artifact when it lit up, when it was being touched. It was the same symbols, or at least similar symbols to what Coulson and Garrett were scribbling on their walls and all that. I missed that little detail. So it must be Kree.
Can you hear me?
Oh no, he's gone, dude. Oh, thank God.
We have to get you out of here.
My leg is pinned. Don't worry about me. There's no time.
Soldiers are coming.
Creel has a damn thing to burn Hartley. You need to get him. Go!
Oh. I gotta say, like, for somebody who had no real stake in this other than presumably selfish reasons initially,
On your knees!
for him to give that go-ahead right there, honestly, he was commendable as all hell. But now he's caught.
You're approaching a civilian area without
Damn.
backup. Do not engage. Copy?
Oh God! Oh God! It's definitely not.
We can't just let him go, Coulson.
Creel isn't working alone, and I want to know who he answers to. Drop back in the surveillance mode now. That's an order, Agent May.
Yes, sir.
I get it, but fuck.
You got the Quinjet. Well done.
Any word about Hartley?
Not now. Let Mac know the jet's here. I want him reverse engineering that cloaking hardware right away. Sooner he does, sooner we get the bus operational again.
Roger that.
Damn.
Hartley triggered something by touching it. What the hell is that thing?
I have no idea, but good work.
Good work. How about holy crap, Skye, we gotta get on that?
Right now we have more important problems. 5-alarm fire, otherwise known as Lance Hunter.
Is he...
Captured. But if he talks, our entire operation's compromised. We'll have to burn the base and evacuate. I know. And we just retile the bathrooms.
Damn, what timing?
Excuse me, gents. Can I get a glass of...
The hell are they doing? Why? This seems horribly irresponsible of a way to drop him off, uncuffed and unsupervised like that.
Mr. Hunter, I don't believe we've had the pleasure. Brigadier General Glenn...
God damn it. I figured this was what it was gonna be, but like...
Coulson wants a retro version of this for the bus. He said that no one knows the avionics on this thing like Fitz. Think he can handle it? I don't know. Why don't you ask him?
Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be crushing.
That's the...
Cloaking in all its glory. You know, you weren't that far off. Check out the transmitter core.
Yeah, to negate the resonant... The resonant? No.
I can't watch this, dude.
What he's trying to say is there's an audio component to cloaking that inverts sound waves too.
Like noise-canceling headphones?
Yeah, same concept. Hey, think you can give me a hand with this?
Resonant frequency, I think that's what he was trying to get at.
Fitz,
Oh, yeah, could everyone just stop talking for a while? No, sorry, I'm gonna have to go.
it's like sometimes he's the same old Fitz, and other times.
Not. I'll take your word for it.
God, like my grandmother had Alzheimer's, and this maybe not exactly the same thing, man, but like once you're getting close to it, it's just pressing right on that, and it's just I know how frustrating, how heartbreaking, and how painful that can be, man.
Coulson. He's a vigilante, a zealot who'll risk anything to further his own agenda. But lucky for you.
Oh my God, fuck you.
You go ahead. Name your price.
You must be joking.
I don't have a sense of humor.
Clearly.
If I don't give you Coulson, what?
Nor a soul.
Coulson broke into a secure government facility. He let a psychopath on the loose sacrifice the lives of his own men. Your friends. For what?
I want $2 million.
Done.
And a proper burial. For Hartley. She's a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. She'll be branded a terrorist after what you said on TV. Probably dumped in a pauper's grave, her family wondering what happened to them. They deserve better.
No.
I'll make sure she gets it.
Hey, he's figured out how to do the handy stuff. A little glimpse of Peggy.
I just wanted to report that Mac and Chip are working on cloaking, so I'm free if you want me back in the field.
That won't be necessary. May's still out there.
What about Hartley in Idaho?
Is he gonna let her know what happened? Shouldn't be keeping secrets.
I need to get back out there and help May take him down.
No.
Then what is it about? The object? The symbols?
If you'd like to help, go down to the bunks, pack up Hartley's things.
Okay.
I get it, but it's just so frustrating at the same time.
They just given us a little bit more time to calculate the objects.
That's the problem these days. Everyone needs answers immediately. No one has any patience anymore.
See, what's interesting is she's a figment of his imagination, yet she always has the answers that he's reaching for. So they're there. Those answers are there, but they're like, there's a barrier. There's something keeping him from reaching into it.
Look, there's a whole packet of research they just left laying about all willy-nilly for anything.
I really hope that he doesn't accidentally compromise the investigation or their efforts.
Yes, we shall, Simmons. Yes,
Oh, I'm a little nervous. Ugh.
You all good, hon? Are you still waiting on a friend?
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
All right, then. No hurry. Here, let me clear that. Excuse me.
What the fuck?
Sorry. I think I got a shock. Static electricity or something.
Huh. That was weird. What the hell? Why was she holding her stomach after that?
Something's happening, Coulson. I'm going in.
Oh! Oh, what the hell?
All you did was touch the guy, and then he took off.
Help me.
Hang on.
What the fuck? How did that happen?
We know that Creel absorbs the properties of whatever he touches. He must have absorbed the obelisk and its deadly powers.
Oh, I heard a waitress.
I don't think it was intentional.
You're saying he's losing control?
He had some control issues when S.H.I.E.L.D. first came across him.
Okay.
What's happening?
So because he's taken on its properties, he just as deadly as touching that has been just with the obelisk itself, touching him now has the same effect. What the? Oh.
Now what?
Is he trying to replicate the grids with a paperclip?
He killed 2 of my friends. I think that's entitlement enough.
Well, it's not.
You should have aborted the mission.
Hartley should have followed my orders. Is that why you came back? Guilt? A desire for revenge? Or was it because of what Talbot promised you?
All of the above.
So they know.
And you didn't give him our location?
Don't get me wrong, I thought about it. He put a 4-man detail on me, took 3 hours to shake them. I could have led them right to your door.
Okay, so he didn't. So what's the game?
Between you and Talbot, I know you'll get to Creel first. He's the only thing I want. Well, that and the money you owe me. And not just mine either. I want Hartley's and Idaho's too.
Okay, now you're kidding.
It's for their families. I think they deserve something for their loss, don't you think?
Then we can hand that off to them.
Once we have Creel, I'll be in the wind. All 3 sheets to it.
Nah, you're gonna be on the team by the end of this.
He's honest.
blunt, I'd say.
I call him like I see him.
No, he doesn't talk to you like the others. It's quite refreshing, actually.
Yo, Fitz, you mind go wandering again?
What? See?
No. I have... I didn't solve this today.
You think you can?
Long-term mum died of breast cancer about 5 years back. Jane has it now too.
That's awful.
Life can be a mean drunk that way. Never knows when to stop punching.
Oh.
S.H.I.E.L.D's my life now.
S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't a life, just a job. Means to an end. Remember that.
I don't know, man. I feel like S.H.I.E.L.D. is a way of life. Oh, he can't change that spot anymore. He's stuck that way. Wow. You're fucked, dude.
Where the hell were you? I waited at the drop site for an hour.
Calm down, Mr. Creel. There's no need to panic.
What the hell?
I turned to rubber when I touched it. Thought that it would protect me, but it infected me too.
Once we have the obelisk, you will be taken care of, the way Hydra has always taken care of you. Please proceed to the secondary drop site, and I shall meet you at the appropriate time. Good night.
I don't understand how anybody can trust Hydra, man. Like,
what?
At all.
What are you looking at?
Leave them alone, Mr. Creel.
Oh, hi. Look at who it is.
My name is Raina, and I'm a huge admirer of yours and your gifts.
Beat it, lady. I'm not into groupies.
The hell?
It's called carbine, an allotrope of carbon found in stardust. 3 times harder than diamond, with an added bonus. It can store energy. Beautiful, isn't it?
I mean, that does sound pretty tempting for him.
You ever hear of Hydra?
Name rings a bell.
I'm gonna give you a tip. Run. Because if the guy I'm working for gets a hold of you, I'd hate to see what he's gonna do to that pretty little face of yours.
Uh-oh.
Looks like you need some help there, Mr. Creel.
It's spreading.
Who is this?
Agent Coulson. I'm glad.
Of course.
It's been a while since we've spoken.
I'm kind of in the middle of a manhunt. Can we make this quick?
Why? You need time to trace this call, don't you? I take it then you haven't tracked down Mr. Creel or the item he stole.
What do you know about that?
I know Hydra's about to get their hands on it. Mr. Creel is working for Hydra. I am not.
Why the breakup? Bad dental plan?
John Garrett understood it. The moment he was injected with the same drug that saved you, he had visions. He started carving those visions into the wall.
Oh, and now he took it off his speaker.
Garrett was enlightened. He witnessed our fate, what we've become. Have you?
You're not calling to talk about fate. You want us to catch Creel.
Truth is, Mr. Creel stole something from me. Fortunately for the both of us, it has an embedded tracker.
See, I knew she wouldn't have like a contingency in place if.
Please, sir. I owe Hartley one.
I want to trust him, but I'm also pretty nervous.
Whoa, calm the hell down.
You're not helping.
Wait, are you saying you didn't solve this today? You solved this before?
Yes.
You're looking for an old design?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember that one. Not like just off of the schematic, at least.
Found him. He's got the package.
God, man, he is fucking jacked.
Deal's going down. Skye?
Running facial recognition now. Let's put a name to that face.
Let the exchange happen. Skye and Hunter follow the new player. May stay with Creel. Everyone copy?
Copy that. Copy.
Oh! God damn it.
Skye, you copy? Skye.
Hell no. Spreading all over. I can barely contain it.
Pass me the case and I'll help you.
Help me. And I won't do to you what I did to the waitress.
Remember, compliance will be rewarded.
I'm happy to comply.
Huh. Oh, he just wants to kill Creel. Oh, that is a wicked, wicked shot. In more ways than one. Not enough though. But he botched this entire thing. Oh, Raina made off with it. Wait, so does he willingly do it? Because he just bopped him and he's fine right now.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Oh, shit.
This is really gonna hurt.
So he can control it now. Whoa. He can't stop cycling through material. Wow, dude. That was pretty freaking wicked.
You were never a Boy Scout, were you?
Clearly. And he still got what he wanted. Break his shins, man. Just break them. He doesn't need them. No. Break one of his shins.
Don't run. Work for me instead.
Creel must have hit you in the head. I shot 3 of your agents.
Including Agent May. Not a smart move.
How do you know I won't do it again?
I don't. But the reality is, I don't have a fleet of helicarriers or Quinjets or thousands of agents at my disposal anymore. We're lucky we still have our George Foreman grill. People I respect vouched for you. I'd like to find out why.
Hell if I know.
No.
I just need you to do one thing.
Oh, yeah?
Sell me out.
What the fuck?
You know how some guys can play a tune by ear? Well, I need sheet music.
Fair enough.
You built this with this Agent Simmons I keep hearing about?
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I need the tabs or I need the sheet music. I can't just diddle off of what I'm hearing or what I feel like I'm hearing.
They've been holding up since you left.
I'm okay.
Is he just confused or does he understand?
I think something is wrong with him.
Skye.
No, May, be honest. Is Coulson okay?
Of course.
That didn't sound so
You're
certain.
director now, not the level 1 field agent. I know you. And I know when you're overly stressed.
What the? Oh. Does he have to let it out? Is he like containing? So he does kind of fritz out in a way. But he's aware of these. So that's what he was doing. It was like that information's got to get out. So that's why he was fiddling with the paper clip. But he's been trying to hold it back. At least he's not hiding it from everybody. But I still feel like, I don't know. I get it. I just don't like keeping it from Skye. But I'm just glad that May is helping and is aware. Now Skye's gonna have more doodles to look at though and analyze. It's a different reaction.
It worked.
No, it let you live. And there's a difference.
Bring
me my daughter.
I'm sorry.
And I'll show the both of you.
Okay, wait, was he the one in the chair? I just automatically presumed it was her mother. So that means Skye can potentially grab it and be fine. And I would assume maybe even Coulson.
I felt bad for kidnapping you, so I brought you a peace offering. Carl Creel.
I thought Creel was dead.
He's turned to stone, but he could always do that, so.
Good point.
Our intel says you don't have enough manpower or artillery to take down a convenience store, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to say no to that deal.
I don't know. I think we're good in artillery.
Get fucked.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's get out of here.
Let her
before the
rip.
iceberg runs out of fuel.
Yo, hell yeah. Love it. That showmanship. Yeah, fuck you. Woo! I loved that. That was a really fun episode, dude. I really enjoyed it, man. Like, picking up right after the events of the last episode, just carrying us forward with this, with Creel, who was just kind of running amok, trying to get this thing to a buyer, trying to get help for whatever exchange or deal he was trying to make with Hydra to help with the situation, but having touched the obelisk, thinking that he would be immune to it if he just kind of shaped his body or morphed his body to another material. But it's way more complicated than that. But it worked its way into his system in a way that he couldn't necessarily get rid of it, but he was able to willfully wield it after their little exchange, after absorbing that. I don't know if it had any direct implication or involvement in why it changed, but prior to, like he was just like, I can't do anything with this before that. But then Raina brought that ring with that special star material, and then after he absorbed that, everything on him seemed to go back to normal. That was just how I read the scene. I may have read it wrong, but that's the way it looked to me when I was watching it. Because after that, he wasn't afflicting that to other people by accident or by intent until he could willfully do it when he was like, hey, and he summoned that crystal into his hand, that obelisk crystal into the palm of his hand when he was going to put that onto Hunter. Is that his name? He was going to be like, all right, this is going to be painful, before Coulson shut him down. And that was a wicked little thing. I like the way they kind of depicted his powers and stuff like that. I really like the effects. And then when he started cycling through that with that little device that they retrofit. I don't remember which episode that device was from. It was a previous design. They just had to change it up to match this scenario. I recognized some of the other ones when they were flipping through Fitz's old schematics. I just didn't recognize that one. So fill me in. I'm very curious. Which one was that from? I just don't remember. But that whole thing, like with everybody else not necessarily knowing what he's going through or what he's experiencing because he's keeping all of that to himself. And I don't know, because there was that scene towards the back half where I don't know if he's aware, because they said it to his face, you know, blah, 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 how's this been doing since Simmons left or whatever. They said something about Simmons having left, and he looked over across the way to the Simmons that he's been seeing, but he's also, we know that he's not able to hone in on things as much as he used to, by any stretch of the imagination at this point. So I don't know if he knows that she's not there, or he's just not accepting that she's not there, or if he's just like, what are you talking about? She's over there. I don't know how to read that, because I don't know how he read that, to be honest, either, because the entire time, too, when he was confronting him, it was like, hey, man, I understand this. Sometimes I talk to myself, too, and he's like, I'm not talking to myself. Simmons is right there, but he didn't say anything because he didn't want to sound like he was lesser. He didn't want to sound like he was out of the loop or anything like that. You know, give them more ammo to use for him to kind of feel bad about himself. So he didn't respond to that statement, and rather ignored it while questioning. And you can see in his face, he's wondering why they're not acknowledging Simmons, while Simmons is also kind of acknowledging themselves as well. It's so heartbreaking. But it also, like I said in the reaction, is that Simmons is like this repository, this kind of figment of his imagination that has kind of manifested in all the things that he can't connect with right now. He has all of these answers, because if she's in his head, those answers are in his head. And she's always got the answers that he's trying to find, but she's not willfully handing them over either. So it's almost like his brain is trying to help exercise him into finding those answers himself and work his way to finding them. But it's also a representation of how he's disconnected from those very same thought processes. Like, that train of thought should easily be able to get from point A to point B, but now there's like an extra pit stop that is added, this extra checkpoint that he's got to wrestle with to get to those answers. Like, he's talking to the answers. She gives him the answers sometimes, even as well. So they're in his head, but he just can't reach them. It is so heartbreaking, man. Like I said before, I assume most of this will probably be in the reaction and stuff like by the end of it. But like, you know, I've had two grandparents both suffer with Alzheimer's, and that terrifies the shit out of me. I'm already forgetful as all hell and sometimes extremely absent-minded because I'm always thinking ahead of things. I'm always thinking about other stuff I've got going on, and I don't know if that's going to be detrimental to me in the long run, but I'm very rarely present, I think, is a lot of the problem, unless I'm locked into a chair and doing these reactions. That's the most I'm ever present. Or if I'm sitting down playing a game, or if I'm sitting down watching a movie at the theater or something like that. Any other stretch of the day, I'm thinking of work. I'm thinking about the next day. I'm thinking about the other stuff. I'm like always outside of myself. But like that aside, like I've seen people go down this road. I've seen those early signs, and it's so terrifying for the person and frustrating for the person, and honestly just heartbreaking for everybody else around them. But nobody knows exactly. They know that he's not 100%. They know that he's got issues, that he's got brain damage, that there's something wrong, but they don't really know just how much of a struggle he's going through. I don't think so. Like they can't see it from his perspective, but the sad thing is, I don't think he really knows just how bad it is as well. It's just scary. But I like that, like, no matter what, everybody is trying their best to help him along. Even this other guy that was helping him, and like honestly getting a little too, forwarded, a little too harsh, I think, given the circumstances. I do think he got a little too tough-lovey with somebody who's just so beyond themselves right now. It worked itself out in the end, but I don't remember that guy's name, the guy that helped retrofit that device. I do like that there's somebody on the team at least that's able to at least take what Fitz is trying to say and run with it a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a very frustrating situation. We got that realization with May is aware of what has been going with Coulson, but again, it just shows that we haven't learned all the lessons that we should have from season 1 because we're putting up these walls and these secrets and these barriers again. And I get it. Compartmentalization, they're running a different thing. We need to kind of keep things from bleeding out. But it's Skye, and that same shit is running through her, and maybe that's part of the reason he's keeping her at arm's length. But I don't know. I feel like she should know what's going on. But she knows something's off. She knows he's keeping himself at arm's length with her, and I think it's because these episodes have now started, because of this information he's got about what Project Tahiti involves and entails, and May's trying to keep him, at least do her mission, follow through on that and help him keep an eye. And I'm glad that he's allowing her to do that as well, documenting these episodes that he has where he breaks down and has to exercise all this information that is just parsing through his head. He's got to get it out of him or he'll go crazy, like they said. His mind will break down. So I'm glad he's not completely alone in this. We have this mercenary Hunter, I believe, if I remember right, that was his name, the survivor of that little trifecta that helped them along with Lucy Lawless. He joined them all for his own aims to kind of get revenge on what happened, the people that he lost. Again, he's not a believer in the mission, and that's why I was really shocked when he kind of was like, hey, go, finish, do this. Clearly, he thought that May was going to take out Creel because that's who she was after, and she wanted to, but Coulson called her off. So I kind of get that too. It was all about getting the guy that got his team. And then that's why he almost made a deal with Talbot and was kind of weighing his options in a way when he went back to S.H.I.E.L.D. and said, hey, I shook his guys, but hey, he offered me this. What do you got for me? And then he tested those waters in a way to get back in the field because he knew they would probably have an eye on where Creel was so that he could take another shot at the guy. Now, Raina's got the obelisk, and she's back with Skye's father, and we see that she's able to wield it and not be affected by it. But he says that it's chosen not to hurt her, maybe because it sees her for what she is, because she did say that her and Skye share a very similar genetic connection. And we know that plays a part into her being an 084, this being the first 084 and being tied to all that stuff. And it's like linked to the stuff that Coulson is spewing out of his brain. I do think it's just so weird, though, that Simmons would just up and leave like that, though. That kind of breaks my heart a little bit. I'd like to hear her side of it, but like they said, it was like, I can't believe Simmons left, or whatever. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I can't either. Like, it just seems like I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. I'm sure the real Simmons will make her way back into the picture eventually, but I do like that they're still keeping, obviously, the actress involved because it's a fun little change up and shake up in the role that she's playing and the dynamic within the team to do what they're doing this way. Anyway, I don't know. Guys, another episode down. What do you guys think? How do you feel about this episode? Sound off the comments and let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you got a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan Kerr, New York, Coruscant, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hell, Jake Cantrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, JoJo, and Russell Crockett. Thank you guys so much for continued support. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.